Okay, hi, this is Engineer Tolentino. Now, this time I'm going to the next lesson. This is the basic differentiation rule. Okay, so formulas na yung gagamitin natin ha. Let's go to the first one, 6.1. The derivative of a constant is 0. Example, derivative of 4. That is must be 0. Okay, 6.2. The derivative of x to the n is nx to the n minus 1. So let's have the dx of x to the 5. That means this is the same as 5 x to the 5 minus 1, which is x to the 4. Okay. Next we have 6.3, the derivative of kx to the x. So let's say we have ddx of 4x squared. We can take 4 out. This is 4 times the derivative of x squared, which is already what? 2x. So that is what? 8x. Next, 6.4, the derivative of what? The derivative of the sum. So let's have ddx of, let's say, x cubed plus 2x to the 5th. So you can distribute now. The derivative of x cubed is 3x squared plus the derivative of 2x to the 5th is 2 times 5x to the 4th. So that gives you 3x squared plus 10x to the 4th. Okay, next is the derivative. Of course, kung minus yan, hindi minus lang din yan. The derivative of a product now. Okay, the derivative of a product. So, let's have x 4 times x to the 5th. Okay? So, follow natin yung product. Okay, look at the formula. This is x to the 4th times the derivative of x to the 5th. Ano yung derivative ng x to the 5th is 5x to the 4th plus x to the 5th times the derivative ng x to the 4th. That is what? 4x cubed. And you simplify this. This is what? 5x to the 8 plus what? 4x to the 8. And basically this would be 9x to the 8. Okay, verify now that this is the same as ddx of x to the 9. And using the concept, this is also the same as 9x to the 9 minus 1 is 8. Verification lang ng ano? Verification lang ng product rule. Next is, let's have the derivative of the quotient rule. Let's have ddx of x to the 7 over x to the cube. Okay, following that rule. Okay, unahin mo muna yung denominator. This will be x cubed times the derivative of x to the 7, that is 7x to the 6, minus x to the 7 times the derivative of x cubed, which is what? 3x squared divided by what? Divided by x cubed squared. That will be x to the 6. And if I simplify that, that is 7x to 9 minus 3x to the 9 over what? Over x to the 6. And that gives you what? 7 minus 3 is what? 4x to the 9 over x to the 6. Okay, that will just give you 4x cubed. Okay. Now notice that this is automatically the same. X to the 7 over x cubed, that is x to the 4th. Okay, and the derivative of x to the 4th is just equal to 4x cubed. This is just the verification of what? The verification of the quotient rule. Okay, as well as the product rule. And then these formulas must be remembered already. The derivative of sine x is cosine to the x. The derivative of cosine x is negative sine x. Derivative of tan x is secant squared x. Derivative of cotangent x is negative cosecant squared. Derivative of secant x is secant x tangent x. And the derivative of cosecant x is negative cosecant x tangent x. Notice na ang lahat ng positive dito, yung sine, yung tangent, at saka yung secant. Yung lahat ng negative na may co, like cosine, cotangent, and cosecant. Now look, pag derivative ng sine, ng cosine, pero derivative ng cosine, negative sine. Okay? So, there are some examples here. Okay? So, ito na, nagawa ko na yan. Okay? So, let's have number 5. So, y equals what? 3x plus 7 times x squared minus 4. Using the derivative of a product, our dy dx is equal to 3x plus 7 times the derivative of this. What's the derivative of that? That is 2x plus x squared minus 4. What's the derivative of 3x plus 7? That is 3, just 3. And of course, you can what? You can simplify that. That is 6x squared plus 14x, okay, plus 3x squared minus 7. And that will give you what? 6 or 9x squared plus 14x. I'm sorry, this is 12. Plus 14x minus 12. Okay, this is your derivative. Or you can just multiply that directly, no? That is 3x cubed. And then this is what? Minus 12x. And then this is what? Plus 7x squared. And then this is minus 28. So your y prime will just be equal to what? 9x squared for the derivative of 3x cubed plus 14x. Tapos minus the derivative of 12x is minus 12. Of course, the derivative of negative 28 is 0. This also gives you the derivative. Okay, number 6. Your y is what? X squared minus 4 over 3x plus 7. Now, you don't have any choice but to use the quotient rule, no? So, anyway, I'll give you the material here. Quotient rule, no? Square the denominator right away. That is 3x plus 7 squared. And then start with the denominator. That is 3x plus 7 times the derivative of the numerator, that is 2x, then minus numerator times the derivative of the denominator, which is 3. So your y prime becomes what? 3x times 2x is 6x squared plus 14x, okay, minus x squared, and then minus plus 12 over 3x plus 7 squared. So your y prime is what? 6x squared minus x squared, that is what? 5x squared plus 14x plus 12 over what? 3x plus 7 squared. Okay, so I think it's there. Now, number 7. So, meron ng kasamang sign, ano? So, y is what? 3x to the 4th plus 1/2 sin x. So, your dy dx. Okay, what's the derivative of 3x to the 4th? That is 12x cubed plus 1/2. The derivative of sin x is, of course, cosine x. It's there. Okay, number 8. Let's do this one, number 8. Y is square root of x tangent x. So, dy dx the derivative of a product, no? Let's start with square root of x. What's the derivative of tangent x? That is secant squared x plus tangent x. The derivative of square root of x, that is 1/2 x to the negative 1/2. So your dy dx is square root of x secant squared x plus 1/2 x to the negative 1/2 tangent x. Or this is square root of x secant squared x plus 1/2 square root of x tangent of x. Okay, that is the number 9. Y is what? Secant x over x cubed. You have to use the quotient formula, no? So I'll just do it directly. Go right away with the square of the denominator. So that will be x to the 6. And then start with the denominator, x cubed times the derivative of secant x. That is secant x tangent x. Minus, now start with the numerator, secant x times the derivative of x cubed. That is what? 3x squared. So you will have what? X cubed secant x tangent x minus 3x squared secant x over x to the 6. And maybe you can simplify this, no? Okay, you divide, you have what? You can factor x squared. So you have what? X secant x tangent x. Okay. Of course, you can factor still secant x. Secant x. So, wala na rin itong secant x dito. X tangent x na lang. Minus 3. Just minus 3 over x to the 6. So, ang mangyayari, maging ano lang siya. Secant x times x tangent x minus 3 over x to the 4th. Okay.